At the end of the day, it's a crapshoot. Not so much for the reasons we discussed, but more for how you're going to get there, not if you'll get in. I mean, there's always a Greyhound bus part way if you want to go that route. What was his name? Tallulah. James Tallulah, prodigy pony of time travel. Also a wicked SOB, but that's beside the point. Didn't go anywhere by bus, but loved to hitch. Not that I'd recommend it. Could get yourself killed twice that way. But to him, nothing was off limits, except when it came to cigars. He always hated cigars. Not only for health reasons, but it was the smell. Practically killed him, he said. So you could never smoke cigars around Tallulah. A moot point now under the circumstances of his very timely jettison from Earth. Sad excuse for a pony that he was. But back to what I was saying. Any place passengers smoked cigars, he forewent that rite of passage, though not before endlessly annoying the truck drivers with all his rules. Talk about beggars being choosers. Once he got shoved out into the road and ended up cantering the first stretch for miles, then hitchhiked and finally flew by train before getting on the boat. But in the absence of cigars, every which way of travel was okay with Tallulah, with the exception of skydiving. I asked him once if he'd ever skydive, and he said, very funny, not a travel choice for his destination, he said, although I beg to differ. Paragliders get where they need to go. Whether they're up to no good or saving the world, the bad ones go straight to the place Tallulah needs to go. To be fair, you need a plane, Ralph. You're not into planes, Ralph, so think about it. A skunk like you, how do you want to transcend this earth? The discounted way or like a king? I'm guessing you want the cheap option. Then, once you find your way to heaven, there's the question, will you get in? But you can't think about that now. Could screw up all your plans or cause you to give them up altogether due to your negative self-assessment. But that Tallulah, another story. Proud sort of pony. Never thought twice about his evil shortcomings. Only saw glowing assets in his own saga to himself. Seems these up-to-no-good types don't think about whether they're good enough for heaven. They just assume they are. I think Tallulah may have even gotten himself in due to a high self-appraisal. Though, if so, I don't exactly get it. He was a psycho-crazed hellion who just so happened to have a cute white blaze down his face. Stately, handsome devil he was, made all the mares swoon. Who would guess the wrongfulness that dwelled within? Genius time traveler, though, but deadly as poison. Never actually killed anyone as far as I know, but broke that poor mare's heart, the one who was so pretty once. Far as I know, she never recovered after him. Ruined a life, Tallulah did, left devastation in his wake wherever he went. So you see, Ralph, you're better than him. Tailor-made for heaven, a skunk sweeter in the woods than Tallulah was ever in any barn. Can't say how he'd do in heaven, though. Probably trot around tormenting whole herds of mares like he did on earth. Maybe not everything's cut out the way it should be in heaven, not if Tallulah's there. So here we are now in heaven, Ralph. Where did the time go? By the way, how'd you decide to get here? By Griffin, Ed. Gave me a deal. You, Ralph? By Unicorn. Expensive, but better than a Greyhound bus. Pretty here. Look at the sun, Ralph. Glow spots all over. There's a nice pigeon, speckled black, white, and gray. Wish I had a cupcake for him. Tons of dogs and horses here, too, in so many different colors. No ponies yet, though. Don't see any skunks either. But there's a giraffe like me. Girlfriend material. Wonder if matchmaking happens here. But oh, now she's running away. Guess she'd never give me the time of day. Who's in charge anyway, Ralph? Heard it was a horse. Do you know? Makes sense it's a horse, Ed. It's heaven. Explains all the dogs. And see, there's herds of horses over there in the garden. Oh, look, Ralph, there's Tallulah, just like I worried about. He did get into heaven, psychomaniac that he is. He's with a pretty pony now, too, as a matter of fact. Poor mare. Seems he can't do anything wrong, that Tallulah. Always the luckiest SOB no matter what. There he goes, devil in paradise, satisfies as hell with an unsuspecting mare. I'm thinking maybe it's not fair here after all. For example, I'm good, but no girlfriend, and he's bad, but he still scored a date. See my point? What's the use of dying good if no one cuts you a deal in heaven? Well, Ed, let me think. At least there's that leggy giraffe. Don't give up yet. Don't be shy. Why not give her some flowers? Look, dandelions. And whoa, 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 Edward, there's a cigar stand. Can you believe it? Oh, I see it, Ralph. Let's buy a whole box of cigars. Several boxes even. Heaven is the place all right. Perfect oasis, with no mirage in sight. Let's chain smoke. Smog the place up for as long as it takes, and write a skydiving saga. See, it's like I said before. Skydiving is a good destination-seeking choice for Tallulah. We'll call our story, How the Devil Skydived, Straight Outta Heaven to Hell. That's what we'll call it. That's a good title, Ed. Don't even have to think about it.